Hmm. Hey guys and gals, um, it's Al here with another video. Hope to be doing these for a very long time. Uh, like I said, there's always something new in the video game world you can report on. At QuakeCon, there was more Doom Eternal footage. I'm not going to watch it because I love Doom. I made the mistake of being so excited to watch someone play Doom 2016 for an extended period of time, and it wasn't so much a surprise after that, even though I was like, great. I remember thinking like, great, I'm never gonna, it's gonna take another 15 years to play Doom, or for another Doom title to come out, and because you figure the last time Doom officially, last game came out was 2005, um, and that was Doom 3, and they did a BFG edition, excuse me, with the expansions. They brought it to the 360 and the PS3, and so like there hasn't really been, there hadn't been a release since then. So Doom 2016 came out, and I was so excited. I watched it on. I watched someone mostly play it on Twitch. Um, so I'm not going to make the same mistake again, and I'm not going to watch any footage on Doom Eternal. Um, but like I said, there's always news coming out, always something small, always something big. Um, I'm a little behind in it because I've been wanting to do a video on the Joy-Cons for Nintendo Switch, but maybe I'll do that later today. Um, I decided to make this video about, um, there's different topics that I could always choose, but this one is Modern Warfare. I'm not sure if any of you know, stirred up a little controversy, I guess, because it looked real when it was revealed at E3, but I think it's the most anticipated game for this year. Or at least not for this year, but at E3. At least that's what I've seen. I'm not surprised. It's got a big following. A lot of people, I remember saying that the original Modern Warfare was great and they loved it, and then it just, disappeared. Remember, it just generally went to multiplayer. Um, but so that, the fact that it looks real, shouldn't really surprise anybody. Don't know why this bothers people, because other games look real. I thought the Battlefield games looked, pretty realistic too. I didn't hear any complaints about those. Uh, I don't know why people just decide to just. And it almost seems like someone just picks on a franchise for no reason, and then it just, it's like a wave. It just goes and it gets bigger. Um, but the Modern Warfare is bringing back Killstreaks, which apparently, in the other games, when they took them away, it was like you got so many kills, you got rewarded, you got upgrades, and there were four things that remember. There was one's like the suit. I've seen it. It makes it looks like you're really armored. Um, so I guess as they say, you were literally like a tank, and the other one was a tank. Um, Crap. I thought I remembered the other two. But anyway, the one that seems to be, it's not a big deal. The people who love these things, that's great. But one of them is white phosphorus, which, you know, now people are saying, hey, that's like committing a war crime because the UN banned it. And it's like, yeah, that's all fine and well, but, it's not real. It's like anything in video games is generally a crime or something bad, something taboo or something that couldn't happen. So it's like it's no different. But anyway, some people were trying to liken it to war crimes. I don't know. I'm starting to think that some people just have nothing better to do than just to hate on something. But anyway, your thoughts? Modern warfare. Um, as in with any last quarter of any of, you notice it's in November, the big time where the biggest titles come out, and of course this year is looking good too. This seems as any year. But as far as I know off the top of my head, um, that's Modern Warfare, uh, Jedi, Fallen Order, and of course the game that I want to play the most is Doom Eternal. Um, so those are the games, 3 games off the top of my head that I know that are coming out in November. There'll be a bunch of games. I remember it was a year or 2 ago that I was kind of getting an idea of what all the games were, and there was like 20 different games that were planning to come out that day. And I remember it was, no, I think it was, and then it was, it might have been a few years ago, because it might have been when I was watching, I know E3, yeah, it might have been, yeah, it might have been a couple of years ago when I was watching E3 and I was watching the extent of it. And I was thinking to myself, I mean, a lot of these titles, I mean, they look good, they look neat, indie titles, and I said, this is a bad idea to be coming out with all these heavy hitter titles that like are are going to overshadow. I mean, like I said, you know, Modern Warfare's coming out in November, Jedi Fallen Order, and then you know. Um, Doom Eternal. I mean, all 3. I would buy all 3 games. It's no problem. That's not an issue with the money. But it's like it's an issue for parents who, oh, which game do you want me to buy? And then and then you got, like I said, so that's all these different titles that you didn't hear about because 3 main big titles are coming out. But I'm getting off the subject a little bit. It's just I don't know why I was just talking about that, but like I said, um, it just seems like you know, uh, no, it's probably because it's coming out, the game's coming out in November, but it feels like you got a big name like that, it ain't worth uh, competing with those big people, these big studios. I mean, you figure too that the game, that the games, that's like what's like slow in the beginning or something like that. So I mean, perfect time to be coming out with your game, around a time that a lot of games aren't coming out, and it gives somebody something good to look forward to. Um, or just say a dry spell. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying before. So, yeah, white phosphorus, people are crying about it, war crimes, like it's really real. And anyway, um, so that's just, it's not so much the news about the war crimes as it is that Modern Warfare is bringing the kill streaks, but since that's tied to it, I might as well throw that in there. It's just ridiculous. I'm glad that some game uh, news agency, news outlets or websites just don't report on that, because it just gives fire to it, and then all of a sudden, I don't want the wrong message being sent to the publisher that, oh, your game's going to be bad, and then they fix it, and do something, and then it turns out worse. Just been ruining games. But, alright, so I want to hear your thoughts. Comments. Rate, comment, subscribe, as they say. I'd really love to hear comments. Maybe one day that'll happen. Have a great day.